Testing. Testing. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the game. Back up again. This is going to be part 2 of our Disco Elysium playthrough, and let's get back into Revochol. Just as a preface, we are going over and looking at the body that is currently hanging in the courtyard.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength, the kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
We're going to click like in a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We got the option of, we're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong. How did they even get him up there? Back off and look at the corpse. We're going to go ahead and do choice number 1.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
We got makes sense, believably mundane. 2, I feel like it was something else. Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. We're going to click, I feel like it was something else.
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me.
We're going to just go down the list here.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for joining me.
I think they lassoed the branch, then pull down the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
Cool, good. So you didn't miss much. I started at 6 o'clock. It's okay. We're just going through the options of, inspecting the body before taking it down.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
All right, we got the option. Is this a map of the night sky. Is this a microelectronic system? And then is this a national pattern? We're going to go ahead and click, is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange
He
jacket.
wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Alright, we got what's that and let the lieutenant work. We're going to go ahead and do what's that.
That you get sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal clapped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Yeah, it's the kids. They get annoying. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
they stay here for the entirety of the game. They don't go anywhere. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says, shaking the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. And then we're just going to say, cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Alright, we're just going to say, can I have it? I should look at it later, without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Alright, we're going to go look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
I love how descriptive this game gets, too. It's quite thorough and poetic at times.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Yeah, I like it too. That's why I said I can't stop glazing this game. It's perfect.
The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and go through. I said, I think he's dead. I don't know what to think. What do you think? Cover your nose. Something is coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises. And then back off and catch your breath. We're going to go ahead and cover your nose. And something is coming out of
The
him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got the options of we got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. And then there's goddamn right I'm a, and then the F word. We're not going to say that. Turn around and yell. We're going to go we got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
We're going to say I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
And we got totally.
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and do he's beaten up, see the bruises.
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
We're going to do the last option here.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
He points to his flattened chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
We got the options of, yep, seems like a lynching to me. Could it still be he was moved after death? And then maybe he was strangled by someone. We're going to go, could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
All right, we got, so how do we get him
Are
down?
you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
All right, we're going to step back and have another
The
look.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His
All right, we're going to leave, and we're going to go into our inventory, and we're going to level up Inland Empire. I think we can level. Can we not level up? I thought we had level up points. Apparently we do not. We're gonna go ahead and come back. We're gonna open up the carriage here.
stands a motor carriage, The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In
Open the
cabin,
door.
You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
We're gonna go ahead and
A metallic
pull out
drawer
toolbox.
slides out from under the seat.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and go through. Do I know how to operate this machine? How are you, my friend? Where have you been? Release the clutch handle. We're gonna go.
You feel
This
an
one.
uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does this mean I know how to how to pilot it?
Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back. The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering, I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner. At the bottom of the sea.
Uh-oh.
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Right, it is. That's... It's so good.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch, labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
All right. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? Okay, but what is a motor carriage? Do all policemen in the RMC have such cool motor carriages? Look around the cabin again. We're gonna avoid this, the first one. It doesn't make sense. We have to get a job done. He's probably gonna say no. And then we're gonna just ask, but what is a motor carriage?
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century. The Caprice Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective?
All right. A vainglorious smile spreads across his face as he pats his machine. Oh yeah. Now we know a little bit about what makes Kim Kitsuragi tick.
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
He smiles again.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering
We're gonna go ahead and
levers,
pick up the
a
radio.
on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker, copy. And then, hi, Alice. This is the police officer from Precinct 41 speaking. Nice to meet you. We could say these two things. I feel like these two things are cringe. And then this is normal. But this is not a normal game, and our character is not normal. He's going to go and say, come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker, copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to press that later. All right, we're going to do the first one.
Just a second, officer.
This interaction does get cringy, just an FYI. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
And we're going to say, hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4. What's your status? Over.
My status, and then we have, it's not good. We're going to go, it's not good.
10-18, 10-20. Over.
We're going to go ahead and, we're going to go, please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
All right, we're going to do, I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
A dry voice asks in the background.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
We're going to say, hey, who is this? Or say nothing.
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other
You
one.
mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over.
Vickmeyer.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
We got, come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. We got, haha, officer. Officer has lost his badge, haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. And then we got, can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. We're just going to go this one here in the middle.
This has probably happened to other policemen before him, and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Alright, we're going to do this third one here.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Alright, we're just going to say enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. Discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here, and then I don't have my gun. We're going to go with just shouting, I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
We're going to try to convince them that you didn't lose the gun, even though we're going to lose.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Yeah, it's going to get cringe. Oh no.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
Oh. Alright. Alright, we got whisper to Lieutenant Kim, what are what are you packing? And then we got, it's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know how they are. Bang bang. And then 3, trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one big gun. And then, look, I don't have it. All right. I don't have my gun. You know what? We're going to go with it. We're going to do trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one big gun.
He says he's a living weapon and we are trying to trick him.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind?
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
Yes, I lost my wiener too. Just lay off, okay? I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. And then, I don't need to listen to this. Firewalker out. Turn off the radio. To be honest, I'm not sure what is going to be more funny. You know, we're going to say this one, even though it's going to I think it's going to end with... Yeah, this is going to be bad. Okay.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Alright, we're gonna go... Yeah, oof. We got the option of, okay, tell him I'm sorry, but it was just banter. I thought that was what cops do. And then, hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker. We're gonna go with that one.
Like he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Vackmeyer's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just say, I heard him, I'm on it.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and end that. There's no need to talk about personal details. We're gonna avoid that for now. Or financial assistance.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
We're gonna pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to
Fellatio.
Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Trying to act hard to act surprised.
Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Pick up the radio again. Right, you don't want to get into this, no problem. We're just gonna go right. Do it? Okay, we're gonna do it.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freaky
God damn it.
The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets it to prime line. Then he turns to you.
Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
He shakes his head furiously, staring at his feet. What about heavy of foot? You sure? Sure, you don't have to explain yourself. I'll just forget about it. We're gonna go ahead and say heavy of
You
foot.
would be too if you had his motor carriage.
He snaps half seriously.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
He turns back to the cabin.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone?
We're gonna need to talk to Sylvie the civilian.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received.
Yeah, Sylvie the civilian. Alright, we're gonna start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
We got, hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days of work. And then we got Sylvie. I believe we've met before. This is the detective from the Whirling in Rags. Exclamation point. Screaming this at her in the air. Yeah, I mean, we can choose either one. This one does come off more this version of the character that I want to play as.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Yeah, no, we're not going to ask her out. That's going to be way too much cringe.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be way too cringe.
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from
You
whom?
know who? Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
Wait, what does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
And what do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and say, wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking the truth? The union is the law around here? Or we could say, I am the authority around here. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Let me tell me why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? Push on. We're gonna go ahead and say this to Kim.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Looks like there's a limit to my authority then.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
We're gonna say what others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
We're gonna say, okay, I
You
understand.
don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, By the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. You do? Oh. What else can I do for you?
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Alright, we're gonna do... I don't have the morale to just ask this question here, because I only have 2 things of morale, and if I say this, we're probably gonna get lots of cringe, and our guy's gonna take a morale dive.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Oh, shoot.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
We took too much morale damage. Oh my gosh. Alright.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. And
Oh my gosh, dude. Well, there's that. Sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it was basically just a blurb. Oh. Well, I should have grabbed that. That would have helped.
an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material because it's nice and orderly.
Why do I always lose these skill checks in this version of the game? I mean, yeah, we're behind though. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip a lot of the stuff. Oh, I already said it. No.
The man before you is naked. The hangman's...
No. Industrial strength. Yeah, I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Yes. It often is. This bed worries me. It's not... This makes getting hit a news... I think they lassoed the branch.
The cadaver had an intricate web.
A map of...
As if someone left...
So annoying.
He takes a thin piece of...
An instant... I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound. A shrill flash. Followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one...
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say it is what... Sure.
The glossy eye...
You've acquired an interactable item.
His dark brown hair grows on his head.
We're gonna say... Oh, we got a success. Where have you gone?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another
Go
question
ahead,
for you.
Copper.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Imagination. Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, give me questions. Give me a comical amount of questions. We're gonna do give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
I feel like I've been getting quite a lot of Harry lately. No, it can't be Harry. I refuse. Could I really be Harry?
You can be anything you want, brother Corpo.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Corpo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have. Because he told me to, not towards Kim. Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable. Unforeseen. Miraculous? We're going to go with that one. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep. Foreshadowing. It's a narrative device. We're gonna have to work on our perception skills, otherwise we're gonna miss, like, the coolest thing ever in this game. We got I hate you, you stink, and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A deep-sea creature, a baby affected with harlequinism. You don't remind me of anyone. It do be a narrative device, yes.
Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and squint and take a step back.
As you narrow, only
Observe.
the lower extremities are pink with a dash.
How should I know why you are squint? Oh.
The monster.
So, what do you think? I agree. Totally dead. Dabba-doob-doob dead.
The pool of...
The victim appears...
The fucking...
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I think it was... The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. There's always a chance. We should... I do.
Stop.
He means you fucked him up.
But there is no breath to catch.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might
All
miss
right.
some of these things once he's done.
We're gonna go ahead and proceed.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can't someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. I'm out of a deal. Let's have another look at him. We're gonna go ahead and say this, number 4.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I don't know. You just know. Shoot him up there, maybe towards the branch. Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it. We're gonna say this one, and I don't think it really matters.
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen? Actually, don't. It's a bad idea, written all over it. Wait, let me try. Say nothing, let him choose. I don't know how. Maybe it's better not to. We're going to go ahead and say, wait, let me try. Or, say nothing, let him choose. You know what? We're going to say let him take... what's the worst that could happen? Wait, no, we're just going to let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
We're just going to say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
We're gonna go ahead and say nothing and let him concentrate.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
We're gonna say it's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
He looks around at the windows overlooking the yard.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Alright, we're gonna say, remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? I don't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
The piece shines in his outstretched hand.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
We're gonna try saying shut up, and then close left eye first.
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking
Oh,
faggoty?
man. Ooh, we did it. We passed. We passed it.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Damn, the commies got him.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
Right.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
We got, you've been policed, RCM baby, RCM. How did I do that? And then, who's laughing now, you little shit? We're gonna say, you've been policed.
Ace is high.
The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap
You
it.
could add an ace's low to it, if you like.
Slap
By
it
turning your
and
back
wait for an
to the
ace's
high
low.
And waiting for another.
We're gonna do the ace's low.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
I knew these guys were
His voice is deeply approving. We can say, no, we're not. Yeah, we're F words. Got a problem with it? And then what now? We're not going to say the F word. We're not going to say that. But we are going to say, what now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from this corpse.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I can't say I'm satisfied with that part yet. We should search for prints, maybe. And a trash container too. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were pretty good in our efforts, and the autopsy will provide another chance. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
For and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this stinks.
We're just gonna say got it.
Good. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
We're gonna say, is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and talk to Gart.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
We got, I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. And it isn't callous. It's common sense.
Prod at him and find out.
We're gonna go ahead and prod at him.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revochol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard. What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Alright, we're gonna leave. And I think I'm gonna start saving before new interactions. We're gonna quick save. Open the trash can.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Yeah, it's gonna help for when we have to save scum.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What is this? Open the lid. Another time, maybe. We're gonna do what is this?
Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
We're gonna open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
We're gonna look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Damn, turbo noodles.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the
the
container.
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds nasty.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
A thrown-out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one.
He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there. You think someone from the Whirling and Rags may have been involved?
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
We're going to search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Wow. They had to specify man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be. I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
What? Okay. It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. That's really sus. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the Whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now. I'm going to say it must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
We got, okay, I'll do that. Say nothing. I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug, I'm getting that too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash.
The
Close the
container
lid.
sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool? Where's it coming from?
So cool.
Oh man, the sarcasm.
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in the same sentence, they sound weird together. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Yeah, right. They squint at lights and solve shit. Wait, what's that about ludicrous fantasy world? Action. No, fuck you. Finish thought. We're gonna do action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's
on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go to our oh, there we go. We get +2 empathy towards Kim. And then we got -2 logic. We want to keep as much logic as we can. We're going to avoid this. And we got skill points. We can put them somewhere. Yeah, we don't want to minus our logic. We got visual calculus. Yeah, we need to start getting some items. Ooh, dead body, cringe.
an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite.
We gotta work up our perception. Where's perception?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's
He peeks inside.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? I wasn't thinking about it, I swear. I was just thinking about justice. And then we got, I've heard amphetamines make you really good detective. Are you a really good detective? We're gonna say someone has taken some narcotics here.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the
See
corner.
that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
We're gonna go up. And nope. Oh, we gotta interact with this.
It's the legend found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal cleaner.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
I imagine playing this game with just like toilet paper sticking to the blue clipboard would be... I feel like it would have some interesting like dialogue that would pop up because of it.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this? Point to the sticker.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. What do you mean? Is that all?
That's it. You mentioned there was a mention of a naming convention here. Count the pages. I have an official case. Is there room? I'm done inspecting those. We're going to do what is it?
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years, decades even.
There was mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too. I don't want to back off the case files. We're going to do number 1.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. Gets the blood pumping. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
That's the one. Lie. No, I mean the non-numerical one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper using the pen line I gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Well, we officially are calling ourselves Harry.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Yeah, true. The Hanged Man, the Furies are at home in the mirror. The Setting Sun, shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have one. We're gonna do the Hanged Man, I guess.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting those.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Misconduct fine, station call, field autopsy. We're going to go through these.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Nice.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment and something small inside? Light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Okay, we got -1, but we still have pretty high interfacing and the interfacing gloves.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why? The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Appealing. That's all I can say. That's very appealing.
Like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Which toilet would that be?
Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank, they should have sent a poet to describe it?
Is sprinkled liberally with citrus zest of toilet cleaner a line this poet might have used?
Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you.
Bummer. Alright, we're gonna go put that away. And... oh, it's not letting us use it yet. Okay, well... So much for that. Yeah, we're penny pinching. We got a postcard. Come on, Harry. Let's figure this out. There we go. Oh, we got a health item. We got more money. Heck yeah.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around. What exactly are we doing up here? Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump? We're going to not do the Savoy Fair until after we take off some of our clothes. Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
We got, Kvalsund 1020 HK, point at the crane. Motherfucker let out a whistle. That's a huge crane. It's just a machine, Lieutenant. A giant hammer or a pair of pliers. Nothing to see here. Let him have his moment of wonder. We're gonna go with this one here, the first one.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
He looks at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
I was under the impression we are on our way to meet the king of this castle under siege, Evrard, one of the people we're interviewing. This way we may be able to get around his henchmen. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He looks around, wind rustling his hair. We're gonna go say this. Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
Alright. We're gonna go ahead and take off our pants and our shoes. Not what I wanted to do. There we go.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings.
We're gonna quick save. And then now we're gonna go for it. And if we fall...
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the
Bummer.
railing. Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Damn. We might be here for a second.
Nope, no. That's still too high. You could have died there.
Hey! I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of save scumming, but...
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Yeah, he is doing his best. Man, I'm getting a little hungies.
Nope, no. You could have died there. A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still
we got it
on the railing. As you leap in, helps you, sharpening your senses.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm pretty tired too. I went pretty hard at the gym. We got close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
It's funny that he's just got some socks on when he's doing this.
Martinez goes about its daily routine.
And he's got no pants on.
The loud voices of protesters mix with the engine sounds from the traffic jam. Waves crash against the pier, and dense, salty sea air fills your lungs.
Don't let the moment go yet.
The corpse is dominating the yard, and the stench is nauseating. Even so far from the epicenter, it brings tears to your eyes.
Continue the voyage through the salty air.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive. Alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Yeah, he just had to take his pants and shoes off before jumping for the cloak, yeah.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Alright, time to get our pants back on. Otherwise, we're gonna get laughed at. A giant aspirant on the pillow and pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. The radio is emitting a strange buzzing sound.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Yeah, we're not going to waste the change that we have. Ooh, we got a communist book. We'll read it in a second.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revochol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revochol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Alright, we're going to try this.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
Dang. We're going to leave it alone for now. We're going to close the door. We'll come back to this in a minute. Oh yeah, we got shades. We got shades. Oh yeah, we got -1 drama, but we got +1 visual calculus. Oh yeah, our man's looking fresh. Look how fresh he is. We got +1 Esprit de Corpse and Shivers. Yeah, now we're looking fresh. We'll get back to that in a minute.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Arnaud.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Alright. 20 minutes it is.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty...
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
We got something about this man piques my interest. I think this is a side thing. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. And I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. We're gonna say this.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
All around you, great machines in quiescence. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering looks like a forest covered in snow. No.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Oh, nice, an autosave.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Yeah, there's one thing that I don't think we're probably not gonna get to in this playthrough, and that's opening this cargo container. It takes a bit of a unique way to open it.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim. It just feels special.
It's a cargo container, Detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the Union boss.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Yeah, so we have to open it using rhetoric, which is very low. And because our guy isn't one of the other two classes, we're just not going to open it, unfortunately.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
The lieutenant looked startled. Using my body over my wits. Never mind.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, Detective. You can do that after hours.
Yeah, I know what's in it. I've opened it before. That's why I mentioned it. Great machines are sleeping. One says vermilion. Ooh, change. Dollars and cents, whiz. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Aw, man. We should have brought the crowbar. Oh well. Oh, we gotta go this way to look at this. I guess we have some backtracking to do later. Yeah, I didn't think about grabbing it. I mean, I did, but I didn't.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. We're gonna go ahead and say hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh yes, born and raised in Ariash, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
We're gonna fail that, so we're not gonna do it.
Sure, mister. About what? Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you. We're gonna go with, what kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Really? Did they kill someone? But what did they actually do? And then I have another question.
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking. Yes.
Do you work here?
Needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Suckling on douce and sucre candy bars.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
We're gonna go with right down the list. Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort? You mentioned. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine Boss Man's shoes, Leo.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the 2 joint containers on your right. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Alright, real quick, you want to guess what this Everett looks like? Oh, the art is so good. It's just so... Alright, yeah, no clue? Alright. Alright, you ready? We gotta go this way. It's this beast of a man.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Alright. Are you in charge of the dock workers? Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder. Leave without comment. Right? Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and I'll go through the next few options and then we can end the stream.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks.
I'll do my best.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Alright. We're gonna do... Actually, I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
Have a good day, Mr. Dubois. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
And we're gonna save the game. And we're just gonna do a new save. Alright. Well, that's part 2. Thanks for joining. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm glad you had fun. I'm extremely tired, and I still have to figure out what I want to eat for the next however many calories I need to get in. Yeah, I'm going to try. Get some rest in. For sure. Yeah, same to both. All right. Bye.